Well, hello there, Vlad here. Welcome to my studio and welcome to a comparison I'm not sure anyone asked for, but here it is anyway. Today we're comparing the Quad Cortex versus the Line6 Pod Go. And right away you're gonna go, what? This is a way cheaper unit than the Quad Cortex. Why are you comparing the two? Hear me out. First of all, this is my personal Pod Go. I've used it live both with an acoustic and an electric guitar. I'm pretty happy with it. It works really well. For the money, it's just a killer deal. Good amp sims, you can get made presets for it, stuff like that. The Quad Cortex is probably the hottest thing on the market right now. I'm lucky enough to have one for a loan from a friend. Thanks, Marko, for this opportunity. I kind of wanted to quickly see how different or similar these units are to use, and also how similar or different they are sound-wise as well. Now, at this point, I would like to point out that I think the stock IRs on the Pod and on the whole Helix series are pretty bad. When you buy some external IRs, this thing comes alive. But just for the sake of demonstration, I'm not going to start messing up with the IRs, especially because this unit is in mine. I don't want to start uploading IRs into it and stuff like that. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to dial in few different things here. I'm going to pick an amp. I'm going to pick a cabinet. I'm going to pick maybe a drive for a boost, maybe just a tube screamer, something like that. Then I want to have at least a delay and a reverb. And then we'll see if I want to have anything else. Usually I'm fine with different kind of iterations of those. And just to save time, I'm not going to program any snapshots or anything like that. So let's get going. First of all, I got my AB box. Oh, and by the way, I'm using my VHC custom Sheptone something semi-hollow pickups, mahogany body, mahogany neck, ebony fretboard. Love this thing. But I also wanted to present both of these devices as a challenge because this guitar is pretty dark sounding. There's certain low mid frequencies that are kind of boomy and present, and make sure that this guitar doesn't cut through the mix as much as could. So we are going to address that as well as part of the first things. And yeah, through the Pod Go, bridge pickup. Yeah, sounds really beautiful. So actually, if we check out it through the Quad Cortex as well, yeah, we are going to start with the Quad Cortex because I think it has less amps than Helix, and I don't want to accidentally pick an amp that it doesn't actually have. The Quad Cortex, that is. So let's go with an amp, guitar, and let's go for something very traditional. Yeah, Brit 22 clean. Actually, I'd rather go for Plexi, and 100 Plexi and normal. There you go. But now it's missing a cabinet, so it sounds pretty awful. So we are obviously going to add a cabinet as well. Though, before we do that, let's move this amp block here because we're probably going to add at least a drive pedal in front of it. So we have that, and then we're going to add a cab. And let's try to find something very traditional or generic. Brit 60 greenback 90s. Let's try that one and change it if we need to. So we got that. Then we're gonna switch to the Pod Go side of things, and let's dial in a similar amp first. So, no, not the new piece of view. Here you go. Brit Plexi normal. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. And as you can tell, there's some sort of cabinet going on already, but it's a greenback 25, which is not what we are looking for. Yeah, let's go with this. Shouldn't be too far off, I think. If they are, then you can blame me. It's all on me. Alright, so the first thing I definitely want to address is this muddiness, and instead of tweaking all the amp settings, I'm just gonna go and add a parametric EQ to both of these. I'm gonna add it after the cabinet. I don't think that really matters. We're EQing stuff. Actually, I'm gonna change to a 10-band EQ. That's even more fun. So we're still on the helix. The other way.
3 hours later.
Without it? Oops, click the wrong button. Nice amount of clarity, and now let's do the same thing here. Just add a parametric EQ here. Good. Let's go with a, I don't know, 9-band EQ. Tweak it. Yeah, we're not going to need the low end. This is really cool that you can do it like this.
3 weeks later.
So we got our bass sounds. So this is the Quad Cortex. There's definitely more gain on this amp, so I am going to adjust that just a little bit. Alright, that setup part was really easy. Now I think I'm just going to start to build the patches. I'm going to go with a very simple one. Let's go with a valve drive. Has to be a tube screamer. I don't need that much gain boost, maybe. Yeah, that's very decent. Time to tune quickly. Okay, with that, we have that going on. Let's go then. So, drive in front of all of this. One loop, a utility EQ, overdrive, guitar, exotic, facial fuzz. Thank you. Green 808, yeah, let's go with that one. That's a lot of drive for my taste. Without? So this would be my verse rhythm guitar sound. And then we go to the chorus. Okay, I'm going to try that on the Podco as well. Take it out. And then we go to the chorus. We shall continue by adding more stuff. So I also wanted to have a delay and a reverb. So let's do just that. Vintage Digital, sign me up. Yeah, that's it. I just took a preset. It sounds amazing. Done. It sounds great right away. Like in a live situation, I would probably check with the band how much mix I want to have. But that's it. Line6 has killer delay stuff. And let's try the same with Quad Cortex, also known as QC. So we were using vintage delay here. Do we have something like a vintage delay? Tape delay might be the closest one. That's actually not bad. I need a bit more. A little bit more feedback. I love that you can turn these knobs. Did I say that already? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Let's add the final missing piece, and this is a reverb, as the Norwegians would say. Hi, Eirik. We're gonna go for. Damn it. Should I go for shimmer? Because that's kind of. Nah, let's go with modulated. I don't want to be too worshipy, if you will. So, let's see. Not bad. That's nice. That's nice. Right out of the box, it's nice, but see what happens when we add something very nice here. None. So reverb. Hot springs. No, thank you. Searchlights is a great one. I use that. Let's go with that one. Yeah, in the effects department, well, Line6 has 30-40 years, and they're kind of that much ahead of Quad Cortex. It really depends what you're going for. If you want to have like full kind of arsenal of both amps, pedals, auto modulation, great community, and a gigantic community built around the whole thing, you should probably go with the Pod Go or one of the Helixes. I mean, this is like fourth over the price of the Quad Cortex. Is this 4 times better? Maybe not. Depends on what you need. User interface wise, this is ridiculously good. I mean, the Pod Go and the whole Helix range is fine, and desktop editor helps. I don't think this still has a desktop editor, by the way. They've been promising that for quite a while now. But yeah, user interface-wise and amp bundling-wise and how this feels to play compared to everything, the Helix stuff, there's a big difference to me at least. This is like a professional level unit. This is the budget version of the professional level unit. And if you've seen my interview with my friend Perry, who plays in a small band called Pendulum, he uses like 3 Helixes, or he uses like a full Helix plus a Helix stomp to do like a wet type of rig with his Helix. And having checked him live, he sounded amazing. So you can get great sounds from this one as well. To me, this sounded great right out of the box. Just small tweaks and you're good to go. With this one, you need to work a little bit more, but you can also kind of just take the route of downloading other people's presets, and that's completely fine as well. I've done that as well. My live, like church live preset pack is actually, I just bought it for a few bucks, and I actually just bought another one as well. So. But there you have it. Let me know what you think of this review demo comparison. I don't even know what this is anymore. Hopefully I just made your decision easier, or if I made it more difficult, let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like, hit the subscribe button, all of that stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.